In the world of drugs, crime, and illegal dealings, loyalty and devotion are all that matters. A drug lord with a beautiful wife who rules the world of his cartels sounds like a movie, doesn't it? Emma Coronel Aispuro, the wife of the famed drug mafia Joaquin El Chapo, would be the best example to bring the real into real life. Emma Aispuro has been a constant pillar of support and praise for this drug lord, but time brought so much more to her than just fame, love, luxury, and fear. Today on All Time Crime, we take you to the life of El Chapo's partner in crime as well as life, who made a name for herself in the world of social media. Let us not wait any further and see what she shared about the world of luxury and cartels. Emma Coronel Aispuro was born to a high-ranking member of the Sinaloa cartel, one of Mexico's largest drug trafficking organizations. Born on July 3, 1989 in San Francisco, California, United States, Emma grew up in a very wealthy household. She moved to Mexico with her father and enjoyed a life of luxury and privilege. At a young age, she became a beauty icon and caught the eye of her future husband, El Chapo, who was already a well-known name in the world of drugs and crime at the age of more than twice that of Emma. One thing that we do not know about this marriage is whether Emma was struck by the charm of this drug lord or whether the presence of another gunman in the building made her surrender to El Chapo. The much disreputable marriage took place on her 18th birthday in a lavish ceremony in the mountains of Sinaloa, Mexico, where El Chapo was born. What do you think? The marriage had its roots running down to love, fear, or a blend of both? El Chapo's personal life was as complicated and controversial as his criminal lifestyle. He has had innumerable relationships with women before marrying Emma. These relationships were marked by secrecy and danger, as the wives and mistresses attached to Chapo's name had to deal with a share of legal troubles themselves. Though Emma Coronel is the most famous of all the women Chapo has been with, she is not the first with whom he tied the knot of marriage. His first wife was Alexandrina Maria Salazar Hernandez, whom he married in the early 1970s after having 3 children with her previous wife. He had his second marriage to Griselda Lopez Perez in the late 1970s and had 4 children with her. And if you think this was it, then wait. In addition to these marriages, El Chapo's most well-known of the many mistresses was Zulima Hernandez, a former police officer who was also involved in his drug trafficking activities. Hernandez was arrested along with El Chapo in 1993 and spent time in jail. In 2015, Emma played a role in Chapo's escape from prison. She supposedly helped in the construction of a tunnel that allowed El Chapo to escape from the maximum security of Plano Prison in Mexico. She was also accused of establishing a communication channel between her husband and his associates. In court documents, it was alleged that she acted as a source for El Chapo and his lieutenants to pass messages and instructions between them. Apart from all the testimonies and investigations, Emma knew that she was not involved in any criminal activities and was merely a support system for her husband. In the 2019 trial in New York City, Emma was present in almost every trial and gathered a lot of media attention. She used to visit the proceedings in designer clothes and high heels and was very vocal in support of her husband. She even took the trial on her social media and gave crucial updates about the trial and expressed her disappointment regarding the verdict. Emma did not stop there and targeted the United States justice system, claiming that her husband had been unfairly targeted. However, Chapo's former right-hand man, Damaso Lopez Nunez, provided testimony that Emma and Chapo's sons played a significant role in the bold prison escape that occurred in 2015. According to the testimony filed with the court, the family bought land near the prison and enabled engineers to dig the tunnel. He also stated that Chapo was provided with a GPS watch that tracked the exact coordinates of the prison, and it became easy for the men to dig a tunnel that would reach Chapo. Emma played a major role in the drug cartels run by El Chapo. She was a wife, but more than that, a very trustful confidant who knew a lot about his criminal working strata. According to Rolling Stone magazine, the text messages shared between the couple were like any other texts that a normal couple would send to each other. The evidence provided in the court depicted a casual conversation between the two that talked about criminal activities as if it was a normal thing to do. They even joked about their children following Chapo's footsteps and giving an AK-47 to his daughter so she could be fearless and hang with him. El Chapo was sentenced to life imprisonment as well as an additional 30-year sentence and was ordered to forfeit more than $12 billion. However, despite Emma's constant involvement in her husband's role to power in the Sinaloa cartel, she disapproved of any. Emma was now out in public scrutiny and gained fame of every kind. Emma became a sensation despite her infrequent appearance in public. She gained 600,000 followers on Instagram, which were interested to see her luxurious and relishing life standards. She appeared to be enjoying her newfound fame and intended to make the most out of it. She launched an El Chapo fashion line, which she trademarked as well. She was living a lavish lifestyle in New York City, filled with magnificence and extravagance. She wore the most expensive clothes, dined in the most extravagant of hotels, attended parties of fulfilling honor, and became a treat to watch for her physical appearance. However, everything came to a halt when in 2021, Emma was arrested by U.S. authorities at Dulles International Airport in Virginia, United States. She was charged with a connection with the Sinaloa cartel that her husband had risen to power. She was sentenced to a 3-year jail term and pleaded guilty to multiple offenses, including illegal drug trafficking and conspiracy. She was involved in smuggling cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, and marijuana across the U.S. border and in money laundering. Emma was asked to surrender almost $1.5 million in assets and was kept under supervised probation for 4 years. Being a loyal subordinate to Chapo, she seemed to break down at the court and swiftly admitted responsibility for her wrongdoings and expressed genuine remorse. This unexpected shift in her behavior is intriguing. No one knows why the ever-long confidant of El Chapo's cartel was motivated to go against it. What do you think might be the reason? Was it her no longer fear of any repercussions from El Chapo as he was in jail, or she longed to go back to her children, or was Emma just trying to decrease her life in prison? It is to be known by none but Emma herself. Chapo has had many relations in the past, and infidelity was a part of his life. Amounting to numerous mistresses and sexual encounters, the married life of Chapo and Emma held many secrets that are unknown to the common world. Had Emma found a way to get out of the circle of drugs and illegal activities? Or maybe she was so feared of her drug mafia husband that she broke down and gave in to the high-profile case of El Chapo's Sinaloa cartel. According to the prosecutor, Emma had valuable information that could dismantle the organization and dysfunction of the cartel forever. Considering the present situation, it doesn't look like she would ever come back to Mexico. Emma, who once lived a life of luxury, is now serving her sentence in prison in the United States. She is no longer an enjoyer of the lavish lifestyle she was accustomed to since the age of 17, and is serving at a jail where early release is not an option. As of now, she is trying hard to find a balance with a prison that functions very differently from Mexico, where prisoners can buy items of comfort and food according to their profile. When Emma gets out of prison, she surely might get away from the consequences of her husband's wrath, but the cartel would surely avenge her doings. As far as it appears, Emma Coronel Aispuro is the safest within the walls of the United States prison. If you enjoyed the life of Emma Coronel Aispuro and her tale of her drug mafia husband's cartel, make sure you like the video and share it with your friends. Do not miss to share your views on the beautiful mafia wife and her life decisions while you smash that subscribe button and stay in touch with all-time crime. Before you go, hit the bell icon and stay updated on the freshly brewed content.